Okay, so we're just going to work on the river because it's not quite done. I think we need to blend the two sections, make sure that they look like the same body of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of dark blue to my shiny area, and I'm going to add some light blue to my dark area so that they look like they're connected. So the sun's shining, but I'm going to have a few little ripples in here. Try this out. So it looks kind of shimmery. And then do a little bit of sunlight over here that's kind of left over. Doesn't quite go on that blue very well, does it? It goes better on the white, the light blue. Let's see if we can get some little waves or shimmery places on this water so that it looks like it's part of the same river. Got lots of texture. We've got deep pools and we've got shiny places. A little bit more blended in. Let's see. It's better. Maybe we need a little bit of white shimmering. See if that works. On top of the blue. The light blue is going to make it a little more light. My white. So that it contrasts with the dark blue underneath it. So I have those shimmers are started with light blue and white on top of them. I really need some white shimmers over here because of that sunlight. It's right there. Over here is more like reflecting the sky. And we might want to have a little bit of this green reflection in the water. Now in our photograph, it's almost a black reflection down here because of the trees overhanging. So you might want to try something like that. Maybe make the beach a little smaller there and give it those bushy trees are in the water. Kind of shimmering in there. And they might turn green a little bit over here as they get closer to sunlight. A little dark green transition. And it kind of helps the beach and the water to look more connected. Maybe I'll do a little bit of greenery on that black. So it looks like it's from the same trees. A little bit of greenery on there. Blend it in a little bit. And get some of that white in between the shimmers. Let's make some more shimmers here. High contrast helps it to bring it to the front. Okay, now our beach needs a little help. What should we do with our beach? Maybe we should give it some shading. Some like rocks that are more contrasting. Maybe a few bushes like in the picture. But we definitely want to have texture because it's got to have more detail. Especially as we get closer. We need some rocks. Maybe we'll make a boulder. That might help us. Make kind of a boulder over here. Kind of give us some sense of size. Some black and gray. A big boulder. In the high Sierras, there are a lot of boulders because of the earthquakes, as you know. So we'll give it black shading underneath the base of the boulder. Give it a gray boulder and then a little bit of shine on top. Round it out a little. That gives us something to look at. A little boulder. And some little green bushes. Little things maybe. Maybe give them a shape, like little spiky bushes. Give it a couple of colors of green to give it some depth. Make it look real. Maybe it's growing at the water's edge. So it helps to blend that edge of the water with the beach. It's not really beach, it's more like marshy, isn't it? Well, that's okay. It kind of blends in a little better, I think. So, there we go. We're all done. Thank you for joining us today. So we've done our grass. I'm going to add a little bit more white to this rock so that it kind of stands out a little bit. Okay, and a little bit more dark shadow and shape to it. And fill in that bit of sand to make it shady. Okay, now we're going to look at the sunlight coming through. I'm feeling like this mountain is still too dark because I want the sunlight to come in front of it in a way, like it was coming way from the side here, coming over to this grassy area. So I want to kind of push this mountain back and help it to blend into the background. So what do I need to do? Got to lighten it, right? So I'm going to add light blue, and that's not going to do much. So let's add white. Just going to whiten it. It's nice mountain that I was so happy with, all those nice colors. I'm going to go around these trees that are on this hill. And those trees. Really want to lighten it up. It's starting to get kind of muddy, isn't it? Looking just like gray. And that's okay, because I want it to go back, farther back. And I want my sunlight to be more prominent. I'm going to have it kind of glow. And then I'm going to have that sunlight hit this mountain as well as this. So let's bring a little bit of lightness to this mountain with a little bit of white and yellow so that the colors of yellow and green are brighter. It's hit by the sun. sunlight is brightening up all these things, all these trees on this one side. It's hard to make a whole bunch of little trees look like they're all lit up. So it's kind of a big mishmash. That looks more lit up by the sun, I think. And that's what we want. We want this to be bright. And this one's kind of shady because of this cloud. And that's good. We might have just a tiny bit of shine on the tops of the trees at the very edge. Because it's part of that sunny area. Okay, one more thing that I'm noticing is that the cloud here is not at the same level as the mountains here. It's not close enough to us. It's still too far away, and yet it's in front of this mountain. So this is lighter and this is darker. That doesn't work. So this cloud needs to get darker, at least part of it does. So we've got to put some dark shade into this cloud. So we're going to put the gray and blend it in. See if that'll do it. Put most of the gray on the back side. And let the light come in from this side of the cloud. Now I've taken this cloud and added back some blue and gray and then rubbed it in and added white on top because it needed to be heavier and not lighter than this mountain. The only thing I need to do is add a little bit more white to the front of the cloud. If I can get it as white as I can get it. So now, if you want to keep on working on it, you certainly can. But I'm going to stop now, and I'm going to make sure my name is on here, or my initials. And you want to do that with your work as well. And then we're all done. Good job.